In this tutorial, we will learn how to search for legislation in Lexis Advance. The most obvious way to search for legislation is to enter it into the main search bar. This will find legislation. However, it will also provide you with all cases, regulations, and commentary that reference the search terms, so you may want to refine your search further to find what you are looking for. The quickest way to search for a specific type of content is to use the Quick Find pod. If you know the title of the Act, you can quickly search for it by selecting the Legislation tab within the Quick Find pod and entering the title. You can also add a provision number to the search if you are looking for a particular section of the Act. Another way to find legislation is to click on New Zealand Statutes in the Publications pod and select Browse Legislation. This will take you to the legislation homepage, where you can browse acts and regulations that are currently in force. Simply click on the first letter of the act or regulation that you are searching for. Alternatively, you can search for repealed acts, revoked regulations, deemed regulations, and more by selecting the relevant option further down the legislation homepage. You can access the Advanced Legislation search form by clicking on Advanced Search from the Advanced homepage and then selecting Legislation. The Advanced Search forms provide you with search parameter options specific to the type of content you are searching for. Each additional piece of information you add to a search box when searching will narrow your search further. If you get stuck when using the Advanced Legislation search form, there is some helpful information down the right-hand side of the page. There you can find information relating to connectors, which can be used to further refine your search. Below that, you can gain a further understanding of what each search parameter is looking for by checking the Segment Examples document. You can also get help from the frequently asked questions at the bottom of the page. You can search for defined terms within legislation using the Quick Find pod. Simply select the Defined Terms tab within the pod, enter the term you are searching for within the Defined Terms box, select Legislative Definitions, and press Search. If you are searching for a phrase, we recommend placing the phrase within quotation marks. Once you are viewing an Act, you can easily navigate to view amending legislation, subordinate legislation, and the Act's legislative history by using the links below the title. Alternatively, you can scroll down to find links to specific sections. At the top of the Act's main page, you will find a link to our legislation citator, LexSite. This extremely handy tool allows you to find cases which consider this legislation, secondary materials which discuss or analyze the legislation, and detailed information such as the sections which are most often the subject of cases.